It's Whitney and welcome to the very first favorites video of 2016, or at least my first favorites video. I started doing this series at the end, I think it was the end of 2015. I think I did October, November, and then I took a big pause. So thank you for your patience. The products I'm about to show you are things that I fell in love with from December, January, and February. So this is 3 months. There aren't that many products, to be honest, because I really wanted to keep it specific to things I absolutely loved. I have a few food products today, but I did another video on my channel, What a Vegan Eats, that I will link to down below if you want to see more food-related products. What I'm going to be focusing on this channel is mostly lifestyle, which has been my focus, but if you are into food, if you like my food-related content, you're probably going to love that other channel, What a Vegan Eats. For those of you who want to stick around to the end of the video, you will learn about some things that have been happening behind the scenes, a little bit of an update for you, and I'm so excited to tell you about a brand new project that I've been developing for you. So I'm not going to mention that now because I want to do the favorites, but little incentive to stick around for the end. The majority of these products were sent to me for free to review, or they came into my life for free somehow. So full disclosure there. I do use some affiliate links in the description down below. So if you click on them, you decide to buy something, I get a small percentage of it, but it's no extra cost to you. So it helps support me, and also everything here is coming from my heart, so I hope that you love it as much as I do. I am so excited, speaking of heart, to start with this very first recommendation, which is How to Be Alive. This is one of the best books I've read in a while. It is written by Colin Beavan, who I interviewed years ago for his book called No Impact Man. He wrote the book and he did a great movie on it. I'll link to that down below too. Loved his work with that, and I want to say that this is even better. You know, I read this, I think it was December or maybe even November, and I feel ready to read it again. It is that good. It is just loaded with information. I found it to be a really quick read, but there was so much information in here. I was highlighting it like crazy. And I'm thinking of featuring this for the Eco-Vegan Book Club, which I've been wanting to start back up, and that will be related to something I'm going to talk about at the end of the video. So if you love books, if you wanted to have more discussions around books, stay tuned. This book really deserves at least an hour of discussion, but today I'm just going to give you the cliff notes of it. This is called A Guide to the Kind of Happiness That Helps the World, which is something that I deeply stand for myself, but also the work that I do with this channel is really about helping people feel happier and healthier. And there's a lot of great tips about health in here. It's just a fantastic, piece of advice and perspective on how we can make the world a better place through small actions and big actions and changing our thoughts, changing our behavior. It's very, very inspiring. I wanted to read a few quick highlights from the book, and I'll be telling you about these little cards that I'm using as bookmarks in a moment too. We don't suffer because of what is, we suffer because of our stories about what is. If we dig out the story and show ourselves how it is false, then the story loses power over us, and we are free to become the people we would be without the story. Life questers don't waste time pulling out their hair over what is wrong with the world. They don't worry too much about how our lives aren't as happy as we want them to be. Instead, they concentrate on the spaces, on their vision, and then they look for the clear road that leads to where they want their lives and the world to go. Many of us aren't focused on what we really want, but what we think we want. If we could get past the false ideas and stories about what we want, things might work a whole lot better. And lastly, so many of us know what we and the world really need, but we still hope to find it in the way that everyone else is trying. Or we get distracted from our paths and our calling by the shining light of our anxiety or despair or anger. So this book is really healing. It's very empowering for any of you who want to do more, who feel stuck, who feel like you have a vision for the world that you're not quite living up to. This book has a lot of phenomenal perspective on that. So if you're interested in joining the book club discussion on it, stay tuned for the end of the video. I'll tell you more about how you can make that happen. So these little cards that I had in there are from this deck called Crazy Sexy Love Notes. I bet a number of you know about this already because these are from Chris Carr. She created these cards that you can use as kind of like daily affirmations, ways to start your day on a very positive note. And some of my favorites are, it's time to rise. And she has little tips on the back about what she means by each of these statements, which I'm not going to read each of them. Stop comparing yourself to other people. You are awesome. That's always good to hear. And adventure awaits. There's a ton. What I like to do is go through this deck every once in a while, pull out the cards and put them around my home, or I use them as bookmarks in books, and just use them as reminders to think more positively, which is super important to overall happiness and also our health. Next up is a new subscription service that I checked out called Fair Ivy. And I did a Periscope video unboxing this, which I've uploaded to YouTube and marked as private, although maybe I'll make it public at some point. But either way, it is linked in the description for you to check out if you want to see my experience opening it up. But I will kind of ruin the surprise and tell you what I got, which was this beautiful eco-vegan handbag. This is faux leather down here at the bottom, and it was all, I think, recycled materials. This bag is from a company called September Sky, which you could buy separately. But the concept of Fair Ivy is they send you these little surprise gifts in the mail that are all handmade, eco-friendly, vegan. They're very feminine, so guys, I don't know if this would be a good fit for you, but this is my only experience with it so far. What I've seen from the website is that you can also get jewelry, you can get home goods, you can get things like scarves, accessories, all sorts of things. And I love this bag. It is so sweet and cute and pretty, and it's great. So you can see my full reaction and learn more about Fair Ivy in the video down below, and I'll also link to it. When I was doing the Periscope, people were so excited about this box, and then I found out that they only have a limited quantity. So there's, I think, a wait list for it, depending on when you watch this. Next up, a food product that I could not wait to eat. So I don't actually have it here. I just have the wrapper. I will link to it down below so you can see an actual picture. But this is one of the most delicious vegan chocolate bars I've ever had. It is from this company called Amy E's Bakery, which, by the way, their website does not do them justice. They're clearly putting all their focus into making delicious products and barely putting any focus onto their website. So don't judge it if you go there and you're like, what is this? But they're so good, and they've just got this handmade look to them. I've tried their caramel cashew chocolate bar. Oh, it was so delicious, and I could not believe how inexpensive it was for such a high quality product. Relatively inexpensive. On their website, they sell for $2. In the grocery store in LA I got this from, which was Lassen's, it was like $2.70 or something, which to me feels really cheap, because a high quality, mostly organic vegan chocolate bar I usually find in the range of like $3 to $5, sometimes $6. And for the density of this, for the taste, for the quality of the ingredients, I was shocked that it was under $3. This contains organic cane juice, organic cashews, organic coconut milk, organic agave, organic chocolate. Yeah, I guess almost everything's organic. Coconut oil, vanilla, and sea salt. So if you're not a fan of agave or cane juice, this might not be a fit for you. I think it's a really nice treat, and the cool thing is it's soy-free, it's gluten-free. It's also free of almonds, which I'm sensitive to, and I love that they use coconut milk. It has this great creamy texture. It has a delicious caramel in it that is made from, I think that's where the agave comes in. It's so delicious. I also tried making my own smoothie based on this. So I took some coconut milk, some cashews, some vanilla. I used some coconut syrup and added in some sea salt. And if you want to make something that has a similar taste, try out that recipe. That was very delicious. I also added in some chocolate cacao powder. So go check them out on their website. If you're in LA, you can find these at Lassen's and I think some other places. I think I've also seen them at Rainbow Grocery in San Francisco, if any of you are there. They also make like peanut brittles. And if you go on their website, they have a dairy-free like vegan section and they have a dairy-based section. So be sure to watch which ones you're buying. This is organic stevia from my favorite stevia company, which is Omica. I've been using their liquid stevia drops for probably 2 to 3 years. And I love them. I swear by them. I think they make the best stevia. And it's so, so pure. The balance of the flavor of stevia can often be really bitter. And for some reason, they have managed to make it taste incredible. This powdered stevia is mind-blowing. And I say that because I've never had like a mind-blowing experience with stevia before. You know, you can get it in the little packets at cafes, or you can buy it in the store like that. It usually doesn't taste that good. It's often not organic, or it's combined with something else. Like sometimes stevia is combined with agave or erythritol or something else. 100% stevia, 100% organic, and the flavor is outstanding. Plus, it's got this unique texture from the powder. It tastes a lot like powdered sugar to me, and you need the tiniest amount. It's got a little shaker top to it. So I just like slowly tap it into drinks. This is what I primarily use it for, like a tea or a latte, or I put it into my smoothies. I also made lemonade with it. Tasted so good. So if you've been looking for a good dry stevia, and even their drops, as I mentioned, are fantastic. Check them out. Link to them below. They're also very, very nice people. Speaking of tea, little tip for you that I did not know. So if you're like me and like to drink tea, and also like to do loose leaf tea because of the quality of it, and because you can reduce all the like paper sachets and just use stainless steel tea infuser. I was looking for that word. Cool tip. So one of my favorite companies is Kusmi. I love their flavor combinations, but this tip has nothing to do with them as a brand. I did not know that when you're done soaking your tea leaves, instead of discarding it or putting it into your compost, did you know that you can take those used tea leaves and put them into a smoothie and blend it up and get that tea flavor, but also any of the nutritional benefits from the leaves? So smart. And a lot less wasteful. So I had this set aside as a reminder to tell you about that. I just thought that was so cool. So now I put my tea leaves aside, and then if I make a smoothie later that day or the next day, I add in my tea leaves, and it just takes the smoothie to a whole new level. Sadly, the label has gotten all smudged because it's like a super small company, but look them up as well. This is a company called Fruits to the Roots. I got this at an event, and I love this toothpaste. It is the super all-natural. It does not look good on camera at all, or at least not on this camera, but it is a turmeric-based toothpaste. It smells so incredible, and the ingredients have mainly got washed off, but it has xylitol, turmeric, and baking soda and some other things I can't read off here, but I will link to their website. It's an Ayurvedic toothpaste. I love the way it tastes, I love the way it feels, and I love how natural and unprocessed it is. So if you're looking to try out a new super simple all-natural toothpaste, check them out. I honestly have no idea how much this costs. Typically, I tell you guys how much things cost, but I will link to everything down below. So that's what I have for you. That's what I've been saving over the past few months. I've had a lot of amazing experiences over the last few months. I also wanted to give a mention to a restaurant that I can't stop thinking about, which is By Chloe in New York City. That is one of the best places I went in the past few months. I went to New York City twice in December. It was so much fun. That's the one place that I can't stop wanting to go back to. The only thing I had there was her burger, and it was one of the best vegan burgers I've ever had, and you can make it gluten-free. It's such a cool place. So if you're in New York, you've probably already been there. If you've been thinking about it, go. And if you're planning on visiting New York, I would put that on your list. It's funny, New York has been fluctuating a lot with the vegan offerings, and I feel like we're back on this wave of good vegan stuff coming up. Matthew Kenny has a new pizza place there that I heard was great, all vegan. There's a few other places I've kind of been hearing about. Sadly, a place recently closed, Blythe Ann's, which is one of the best vegan ice cream shops I've ever been to, but hopefully that'll come back around. So that's it. That's kind of a summary of the things I've been experiencing and loving. I promise I will try to do these monthly once again. So I'll tell you a little bit about what's been going on since I took the hiatus. I have a lot more information about what's been happening and what I've been doing with my time on my other channels. So mainly the Eco Vegan Uncensored channel and the Venture channel. I did some pretty in-depth videos on it, so I'm just going to give you some cliff notes. I've been working on a lot of great projects, including myself as a project. I've been doing a lot of self-work, reading books like How to Be Alive, reading a lot of business and success books and focusing on that element of my business. I recently launched something new called Creative Wealth, which unleashed this passion in me that I didn't even fully recognize. So you can check that out below. It's linked down below. There's an amazing Facebook group accompanying that, all about empowering creative people, conscious people that are trying to do good things for the world, learning how to turn those passions and that knowledge, those skills into businesses, learning how to monetize their crafts and their passions. So if that calls to you, check it out. Again, the link is below. And this other project I want to tell you about that I've hesitated to really talk about publicly, so no one really knows about this yet, except for some of my friends. I'm launching something new called Eco Vegan Pal. Get it? Eco Vegan Gal, Eco Vegan Pal. Based on where I see you wanting the most is a friendship with people. A lot of people say that they're drawn to my work because they feel like I'm their friend. They feel like they can trust me, that I have good advice, that I can support them. I'm honored. So Eco Vegan Pal is going to be in a much greater way for me to help you. So it is going to be this private, but anyone can join it, private group where I'm going to put the majority of my focus. So I'll be doing less public YouTube videos and be doing special videos just for that group. It's also a place where you can connect with other people on a more intimate level. I think a lot of people are looking for community right now. So I'm ready to do this and get it out there, and it feels really cool to talk about it. It's evolving in so many different ways. I'm going to be doing a beta test of it, so I'll be accepting people in to try it out and give me feedback and just kind of see what you're looking for, what you don't want, all of that. And if you want to be part of that, please sign up down below. You'll get a ton more details. You'll get to see it as it evolves, and I feel drawn to it as well because I want to have a more positive space. One thing that's kept me back from YouTube is negativity. I find YouTube can be really judgmental and critical and not supportive. It can also be incredibly supportive and really amazing, and that's why I've been around since 2008. But what keeps me away from it a lot of times is just my lack of interest in the criticism and the pettiness that can come along with YouTube. And I hope that one day there's a way to filter that out better. So part of my solution is to create this community of positivity, community of people that want to be supportive and non-judgmental. I want to give you a safe place. I want to give you a place where you can connect with me much deeper, that's not really a word, much deeper. And I want to give you a place to connect with truly like-minded people who you can trust and you feel like you're not going to be judged. You're not going to be criticized. And no matter where you are on your journey, you're going to have that support that you really want there. If you are interested in signing up for Eco Vegan Pal, the beta, and being part of my little launch team there, I would love to have you. So you can find all the details about how to get involved in the link down below. Thank you so much for watching today. I did not expect this to be such a long video, but I guess I had more to say than I realized. I appreciate your patience while I've been on this YouTube hiatus, and I'm just really glad to be back and glad to be creating videos again. I feel like I'm bringing out some new elements of myself, and I really needed some time to step back and take a look at how I wanted to conduct myself on YouTube. So that's it for today. Stay tuned for the next video. If you want to get in touch with me, the best way to do that right now is through social media. So I've linked to all my social media accounts down below: Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, Periscope. Am I leaving something out? Probably, but those are the main networks that I'm on. As you can see, the comment system's a little bit different right now. I'm not reading YouTube comments. You can submit them, but they don't go live. I'm changing things up in a lot of different ways here on this channel, so the best way to really have a conversation is to become part of Eco Vegan Pal when that launches, and also to connect with me on social media. All right, that is it for today. Thanks again, and I will see you very soon. In the meantime, check out the other channels, which are also linked down below. What a Vegan Eats, the Uncensored channel, the Venture channel, and one of these days I will update the dog channel again because I have a lot to share about what's been going on with Evie, the eco-vegan dog. Okay, bye for now.